Tribe, welcome back. It's me again, Mr. Hall, artist, founder, author, literal death survivor, conscious systems architect, ethical taboo and kink creator and educator, spiritualist, alien, many labels, many titles. Really irrelevant in this moment. I'm really here to give you confirmation, perspective, perception, context, okay, and even some connection, maybe entertainment, many different layers to that, but reminding you that you are your own best guide. And as reality catches up to define what I am, undeniable, unexplainable, similarly to you as I am, because we are, right? Yeah, just giving some sharing, just giving and sharing on this human experience, right? As we all are spirit having the human experience in specific circles and layers and understandings. So on this channel, we practice omnism and animism. Okay, everyone is included. There's a bit of truth in everything, and we're able to collectively get information, okay, channeled for us. As soon as I begin the video, I begin to channel, okay, and I did go through a list today, if you're keeping up with the readings, all right, so of some information that I channeled prior to beginning the video. So, okay, excuse me, spiritual burp. It's really not failing recently. If you're unfamiliar with a spiritual burp, go ahead and do some research. In specific circles, a burp would be a spiritual release, a sign of that, okay? And if I have already lost you in any of the language shared, this reading may not be for you, as this is a collective, tribe, global, right, interdimensional reading. It may not be for you, but do share it with someone that it may be for, and or click the link above in the bio, book a session with me, do some research yourself, and come back, okay, if you see something resonates, because my readings are set up to really activate something within the subconscious. That is the intention that I set for us, okay, so you can get some clarity. But either way, tribe, we'll move forward, and welcome back if you're already here, and just continuing on this journey. All right, so something I'm picking up in this reading is collecting the pieces, picking up the pieces, okay, things falling into place as well, similarly to me and my hand actions here, right, with these Scrabble pieces. But I was guided to use the Scrabble pieces to channel in this reading, all right? And we're going to say that this reading, okay, so number one, okay, and we have the letter O. So the letter O may be significant. Zero, getting back to a starting point. Ground zero, I'm picking up, as well as something coming full circle. And you having a resting place, okay, something significant about a resting place. I'm picking up graveyard magic as well, maybe, with the full moon recently that may have been coming up. Also in some of the previous readings, very recently, there was something about some type of graveyard magic. So grape yard, vineyard, okay, so something about a vineyard, maybe drinking wine as well. But either way, something coming full circle, okay? And significance around anything that you hear or see within this video. I've set the intention for us that you will connect with it outside of this video as well. So if you see a Scrabble piece somewhere, sign for you. If you see the number one somewhere, you know, the moment you close this video, or the moment you go off the screen, even if it's on a screen, phone, video, television, anywhere, if you're seeing it on the screen, I'm picking up a hospital screen for some reason as well. Okay, I'm picking up ECG, EKG, EKG, Iggy. The name's Eggy. Okay. Either way, something coming full circle. Okay. So this is going to be for those. Okay, this is going to be number one. All right, so this is going to be for my star seeds, my light workers, okay, orphans and not fitting in. That was what was channeled earlier. So you may resonate, and this will be a further confirmation for you, with really not fitting in, being that black sheep, being the generational curse breaker, the individual that grew up in a family and spoke a whole different language your whole life, right? And you may be on the latter part of that, where you've really alchemized and transmuted the energy to really love yourself unconditionally, really with an agape love, really understanding your true worth, your true value, understanding how you are to be valued and celebrated despite any limiting beliefs I'm picking up, thank you from Browin, okay, I'll shout you out there, you know who you are. Anyway, you are not the sum of the words from others, okay? Something significant about that. I'm also picking up you being on the brink of entering something new, a new spiritual awakening. You may be spiritual awakening. Words like light workers, star seeds, shadow work, spirituality, it may all be coming into your circle. Depending on where you are in your awakening tribe, that may not be for you. But either way, also, for those that are in a different layer and context of conscious understanding within their spiritual understanding of energy, frequency, and vibration, I'm picking up that there's a new wave awakening, okay? And you may be seeing this being reflected as well, because I also channeled for this specific reading, projections, obsessed in feelings and unclear. So you may have had some type of projection magic taking place from a group, individuals external to you, of yourself, right? Things from the past attempting to reattach. And we are going through a Mercury retrograde. We're going to incorporate the planets here, as in some spiritual circles and even intellectual circles. When we look at empirical science or theoretical sciences, we're seeing some overlaps, okay, in understandings, as well as a resurgence, a remembrance, okay? I'm also picking up death doula energy, so something about death and rebirth, okay? So again, with that transformation energy and integration, all right? And we are non-dualistic on this channel as well, so all of it is just energy, okay? So something about UAP disclosure coming up again here, okay? Humanity's true potential and creation, okay? And I'll go ahead and shout out tinfoil on that one as well. So tinfoil may be very significant, protecting your crown chakra. That came up in the last reading as well. But circling back, I digress. So something about circling back with that 0 that we saw, that number 1, okay? Okay. So something about ray, okay? The name Ray, R-A-E, or a ray of sun, okay? Q. So something going on, so maybe questioning some infidelity, okay? As I grab that from the groin, and questioning your own creative abilities, okay? Someone may have a strong Scorpio sign placement as well. That may be a confirmation, you or someone else external to you. Okay, so you're definitely uncovering something, all right? Something about EU, so Europe, something may be happening in Europe. AIOU, so someone may owe you as well. You feel that someone owes you, but someone also, you may be uncovering that someone does owe you something, okay, or separating from it. So we have IA and AI, okay, that's okay. So Iowa, Illinois, okay, within the western, within America, okay, western side of the globe. So DD, so someone's name may be DD, having double D's, okay, and or master number 22 as well, okay. All right, so I'm really picking up, because so many references are coming about the solar plexus chakra, sexual energy, okay, tantric energy. You may be participating in those things, but also the physical aspects. So you're seeing beyond the physical, and so uncovering something physical, okay, and then seeing beyond that, where something may have been owed to you, if we look or understand within the context and perceptions and perspectives of being a spirit having the human experience this lifetime, okay? All right, so, and also thank you to, where did I channel that? Starseeds, orphans, not fitting in. That came through. So you won, saying thank you, okay, being grateful, being in an energy of gratitude, being in a frequency and consciousness of gratitude. And then also literal thank you to Journey to Tarot, okay? You may want to check that out. And or that may be relevant to you in that you are journeying into understanding spiritual practices, your spiritual beliefs, your alignment with existing through possibly ancestors as well. But really significant that for this reading, I chose the Scrabble. So you may have felt that your cards have been scrabbled, okay? So you may be working with literal cards if you're a reader, okay, and in spiritual practices and things of this nature. And if you don't work with cards, okay, you can apply the word cards, CARDS, okay, that's very significant coming up to mention to you that way. So the letter C, the letter A, the letter D, the letter S may be significant. You may have that in your name, and or someone significant in this reading, in this energy is reference to that. And or if it's not a literal person, an animal, a species, okay, an existence, interdimensionally, intergalactically, okay, terrestrially, okay? Some energies with cards, okay? But I digress. You may have felt that your cards were out of whack, out of shape, right? You didn't belong, you didn't fit in, some energy around that, or just being misunderstood when you communicate recently, okay? That can be coming up too. Okay, something about AA, so we have 2 A's, 2 D's, okay, 2 E's, 3 I's, okay, so 3-eye atlas coming up as well for the star seeds. So some information in that does relate as well, depending on what circles you are in and what states of a conscious. Okay, so depending on what continent you're in, that may be significant. Something coming up about the DEA. Okay. And when I mentioned DEA, something coming up, depending on what continent you're on or what space you're in, something going on within your government, as we're seeing this happen globally, right? But something specific around the DEA of your region, okay? Okay. Something about ethics changing as well. And circling back to the 3-eye atlas, some individuals are mentioning it being relation to the sun, the Anunnaki, different energies and frequencies. Some believe it's simply a hologram. Some believe it's a government psyop. Okay, many different labels, many different contexts. We're all just collecting here for this human experience and sharing. Okay, but something sort of significant around that. All right. Oh, also raw energy. So connecting to the sun, as I just mentioned, and also Egyptian ancestry. All right, may be significant for you. Okay, and I'll go ahead and pull some cards. So also changing up the patterns in which you do something and or your ability and capacity to recognize patterns. 1111 on the timer, as well as 44. Okay, so really stepping into some master energy. I made this reading may be for some of the master energies, master healers, master beings, species, okay? And there's no better or less than, but the energy is of being in the capacity to manage your energy well, okay? How you feel, okay? I'm picking up a King of Cups, Queen of Cups energy, and as I split the deck, Pisces. So you may be a Pisces or have strong Pisces placement, having Christ-like consciousness as well, okay? So your dreams. So you may be astral traveling, okay? You may be astral traveling as well, okay, with your dreams being here and in the spiritual representation of the karma cards. I'm using the karma cards for this deck. So depending on where you are in the timeline of karma, dharma, okay, you may be on the side of dharma where everything is about to be going good for you and or already going really good for you. And you may be in the timeline of karma, okay, depending on where you fall within these alignments, okay? Yeah, you're doing something that is serving others, okay? So really taking a purification to the way that you serve others with that Virgo energy here. So earth energy, grounding the way that you decide to serve others, serving yourself, right? What's nutritious for you? What's healthy for you? What really aligns with your energy and what are you feeding to your soul? All right, tribe? Okay, let me make sure. So you're checking off a list as well, literally, okay? Something significant about your communication being solidified into this reality. So you may be signing documents, you may be getting a signed document, right? Researching signed documents, because we did pick up uncovered information. So I'm picking up the CIA, FBI, information on within the Western world, MI6, but some uncovered documentation around PSYOPs, around the evolution of human consciousness and human awareness, okay? True human potential. So I'm picking up on telekinesis, telepathy, nonverbal communications, right? Our ability to really create reality. All right, so many layers on that, okay? But those things may be significant or of high interest to you. You may have been guided to those things. You may be seeing them on your timelines. You may be hearing people talk about that in your immediate circles, okay? Also connecting with non-human intelligences as well. So, all right, I'm picking up third time is the charm as I've shuffled the decks. Okay, I've shuffled the deck 3 times. So with these 3 eyes, okay, also, so 2 eyes to see, 1 eye to understand. So your third eye, awakening, opening, okay, and 3-eye atlas, and the fact that my words are coming out in plurals. I meant to say deck, I said decks. I believe there was another word. So someone's name may be Dex, like Dexter, okay? I'm picking up the imagery of the television show Dexter, and confrontation. So maybe some type of coronation as well as some type of confrontation. around something that you have confirmed, around some type of confirmed energy. This may be on a macro scale and on a micro scale, okay? So very relevant to us, tribe, and or external energies globally, okay? Something healing interdimensionally through all planetary systems I picked up. Something significant, okay, something healing planetarily and interdimensionally for humanity's sake in the 11th house, and or you're doing something for humanity's sake, okay? You really being of service in the way that works for you. So 7-Eleven is coming up, all right? So that I'm picking up the convenience store, 7-Eleven, a location within America. So something may be happening locally at a convenience store. DG, goddamn, okay? Something damned is happening at a convenience store. Maybe something with a dagger. There may be some type of stabbing I'm picking up. But either way, we'll get on that energy for a second. So just be aware if you're going to a convenience store, okay? I'm also picking up drag, okay? Something about dragons, something about some Luciferian energy on a negative vibration, right? We practice omnism and animism, so no one is getting judged here. This is an inclusive space for understanding. Okay, so something being dragged out of a convenience store. I'm picking up entropy. So some type of nerve damage also, possibly. You may be relating to that, or someone having issues with their nerves. I'm picking up drink water and do some type of massaging, okay, to re-stimulate the circulation. So something going on with circulation as well. Circulation within the body, within the universal body, within the global body, within societal bodies, within civilization's body, okay, even online, something going on with circulation, something in the air, okay? I'm picking up to say it this way, something in the air. Some form of circulation of an ID. So that may be something that you're uncovering as well. Something around your identification, who you are, what you are, why we are, what we are, right? Being uncovered. Some type of ID being dragged back up, okay? Something, so there may have been lower vibrational energies, groups, secret, not so secret societies, groups that we're attempting to cover something up and mix up the cards, okay, of what we are collectively to be understanding during this lifetime, okay? Yeah. So maybe 10-11, 11-10. So the readings are timeless, but I'm picking up November 10th. This may be something being done responsibly, okay? Also the 10th house, something about destiny. And in previous readings in different spiritual circles, we have been collectively picking up something being confirmed on the 11-11 portal that is coming up in November 11th. Okay, so you may have a birthday around those times. These can be significant dates of other individuals involved, no matter where you are and what in the world is going on there. Okay. Okay, something about drag. So something about drag era. Okay, so really, okay, I'm picking up a collective energy of stepping into non-duality. Okay, something about some type of diplomacy taking place and getting a fair deal, balance, cooperations, and relationships. So this can be a relationship to yourself. This can be a relationship to our understanding of non-human intelligences, the relationship we have with how we have previously defined and understood reality, consciousness, right? So this is going to be for the visionaries. This is going to be for those that have not had a identifying guider. Okay, I'm picking up no guidelines, no railing on the bowling ball alley. Okay, the lane. So something about lanes, okay? Changing lanes, shifting gears, switching lanes. So something may be happening on a highway, but an intergalactic highway as well. I'm seeing the imagery in my mind's eye, okay? And 7-11 coming up again. So some type of divine alignment, okay? With the master number 11 being here and the number 7 representing spirituality. Look into some numerology and or the numerical meanings, energy, frequencies, vibrations, okay? I'm picking up demons in numbers, okay? Daemons, okay? However you like to look at it, principalities, which wherever you fall spiritually in any context of what you call divine, higher power, oneness, consciousness, whatever and however you define it within human existence. So, okay? I'm also picking up collectively or individually, you are no longer saying whatever to situations. You are standing your ground, using your voice, being present, being activated, honoring your inner knowing, and providing space for the unexplainable and undeniable if for semantic purposes or for logic to catch up or for sense to all align, for the mind, body, soul, and spirit to all align, you're able to make and adapt and be fluid in the changes of expression, okay? But you're not saying whatever to what you have experienced. Okay, so yeah, see this Aries energy. So very strong fire. So possibly in a fire energy, you may be a fire sign, okay? So All right, energies to meet challenge. So something possibly going on in your first house as well. So the way that you are showing up in the world, being reevaluated by others and yourself, most importantly by yourself and collectively. And when I say others as well, these may be by institutions, these may be by governments, these may be any of the pillars of society, right? And I'm also picking up that you are being watched, guided over, okay? Really co-creating your existence with the grander scheme of things. This is how it's coming out for me to mention, tribe. Okay, so quick spiritual messages. These messages are being short a bit because we're going through this whole list, and then we'll go ahead and get confirmations. After this reading as well, check out the shorts on my YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, click the link in the bio, come over to YouTube, go to the shorts, and look for the same title that is represented in this video. Okay, so spiritual message, your willpower. Okay. Yeah, stepping into your North Node. If you're unfamiliar with North Node, this would represent your spiritual calling, your spiritual purpose, what you came and signed up for during this lifetime. Really stepping into what's true for you and being able to exist, coexist, okay? You're going to be, okay, something about, thanks tribe, so something about a note as well, okay? Confirmation, the number 2. So something really aligning for you and you aligning yourself for it, right? So the North Node, okay? There will be, okay? Okay. So have faith in your willpower diplomatically for humanity's sake, okay? So and this is where it goes, where everything's a bit of inclusion here, right? With omniism and animism, okay? I'm also picking up omnikinesis, so really tapping into your full potential. I'm picking up the film Lucy, the name Lucy may be significant as well. Also, something about a doll, Lucy, so some type of, something may have been, okay, some type of cursed energy or talisman or something may have been gifted to you that you may need to look over, okay? All right. And or you are working on importing data, imports as far as goods and services. So something circulating around identifying goods and services, the importing of, I'm picking up illicit substances as well. Either way, have faith in your willpower diplomatically for humanity's sake. That's Spirit's message, okay? And then mentally, do not worry about what you think you know about relationships and your hopes and wishes, okay? So really clearing out and cleansing out, similarly to the beginning of the video when I had that spiritual burp and that release, clearing out the worry surrounding what relationships you will have. I'm picking up stepping into the hermit energy in a solid place, being alone, not lonely, being a bit introverted and extroverted, okay? The ambivert, I believe is the language. Okay, confirmation. All right. Through the dog, and also got a confirmation on the phone. Don't know if you can hear that as well. So Anubis, something about connecting to that death energy, that rebirth energy, okay? And physically, now is the time to do it in your own way and get a fair deal. Do it for the future. Chai, that's the message. I'm going to send it. We know, okay? So, and the future is now, and now again. Okay, so let's get some other messages as well. I really want to clarify. Okay. So clarifying internally, right? Not seeking externally. Clarifying through your own understandings and balancing external information and internal information. Internal feedback, external feedback, isolating between emotion, mental, okay? Parasympathetic nervous system is coming up, right? Regulating yourself, self-regulation, autonomy, right? Stepping into these energies, tribe. But either way, while still being interconnected, okay? Spiritually, there will be energies to meet the challenge of balance and freedom, okay? And mentally, success from your desires regarding cooperation and associations, okay? So good sign. Welcome, tribe. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and leave a comment, like, subscribe, whichever. All right. And physically, benefit resulting from honesty and strength of your partners and your circle of friends. Tribe, we got this. This is the energy of I'm picking up. We're all okay. So the energy that I'm picking up is Power Rangers. The energy that I'm picking up is Digimon, Pokemon, anime, where there's a team, an organization, collectively doing something, lifting the consciousness of society, humanity, species. Someone may speak like this. Someone may be animated like this. Okay, that may be significant for you as well. But either way. So you may have a North Node in Aries as well. You may have Aries in your 7th house or 11th house, or someone significant to this reading does. These may be confirmations for you, all right? So I'm really picking up, really activating and speaking from your heart, okay? Okay, speaking from your heart passionately is going to allow for these diplomatic collaborations. I'm picking up a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Okay, something significant about that. Snitches get stitches. Okay, and no loyalty among thieves. Okay, many layers to this. Okay, so DI, something about a DUI. Okay, die. I literally have that. DIE. Okay, something about killing the ego or killing attachments to the past, killing negative thought processes, killing worry. Okay, because something about dying, dying. Okay, so what I'm also picking up, no dressing up, being authentic, being real, being as real as what real can be, because what is real, right? Redefining what that means to you. Okay, stepping out of drag and being authentic, no longer having drag in the sense. So someone may dress in drag, someone may be drag, a part of the LGBT community. Okay, what I'm picking up is no more masks, no more masks. The masks are being taken off, and okay? So some type of curse around the In specific circles and spiritual communities, the would be represented as bad luck, but it is a creature. So either way, the right? Being able to see eye in eye, real lies, recognize real lies is what I'm picking up. Okay, so no more lying, no more hiding. Okay, you're receiving some guidance, okay, from your subconscious, possibly within the dream state, through astral traveling. All right, tribe. So really being able to see beyond these illusions that we exist within. Okay, check out the sunset. I'm being guided to mention that for you. All right, some instant activation for you. All right, tribe. I'll leave that here. Okay, so glad to see we're growing. So glad to see everyone, let's say individuals, not everyone, as the planet is a grand place and some don't have internet. But if you're able to see this, I'm grateful for it, thankful for it. Okay, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's spread this message, as this is one of my many passions and paths and professions. Okay, being of this space for us. All right, click link in the bio. Check out all of my products, services. Check out the ebook. The multi-layers and dimensions of myself. Check out the shorts. If you're not on YouTube, hop over to YouTube. Wherever you're watching this, click the link in the bio, come over. And also check out the other videos for spiritual messages and more subconscious activations. And specifically for this reading, okay, the number 1. You may be a life path 1 as well. Been seeing a lot of 111, 1111. Okay. I'm picking up on assignment. Okay. So this may be, okay, I'm picking up spies, espionage. I'm just going to hold off on that. But anyway, something about 2003, okay, also. But specifically for this tribe, I'm going to post a short right after this, okay, on YouTube, and also possibly on the other platforms. If you see that short, this is the video for you to come back and circle back on. There may be some significance around where you are being led, okay, tribe, by looking at the signs, creating the signs, okay, using your discernment to really put puzzle pieces together, okay, everything kind of coming full circle. All right, let's see if I get any one more thing. Something's coming. Okay, something about HD, so high definition of understanding. Okay, all right, so the name's DD. Someone's names may have A, D. Okay, Ada. Someone's name may be Ada, Adar, Dar. Okay, Dare. Okay, so dare what? Dare to question. Okay, dare to question. Something about AD, okay, as in biblical times, okay, AD. So something may be significant about that. Okay. IOA, yeah, AIOU. So something about the vowels. Bowels, something about someone's bowels as well. Okay. Okay, G. Okay, so I'm picking up masonry. Okay, someone's name may be Mason, so master masons. Not all masons and the energies are negative, so anyway, many layers to that. But something about not so secret societies, cults, gangs, organizations, and mafia. So be aware of the G. Okay. Also 5G, 6G, 7G. Something about data. All right, energetic interruptions, electromagnetic interruptions as well. Okay. All right, G2. Okay, gate 2, room 2. Date 2, okay, G2. Something squared. Okay. All right, tribe. I'll leave it here. We're ending at 30 minutes. 29.98. So 29.99. Something about the number 30. Okay. Something about that purchase price. Okay. Price point. Something significant about that as well. Okay. 2,999. Okay. Either way. All right, I will be talking to you again soon, tribe. All right, so abracadabra. So it is, so mote it be, as above, as below, as within, as without. Anak Amun. See you, tribe.